Hello there, YouTubers. We moved from splitting wood, which was last night, to trying to do plastic, and I'll tell you what's going on and try to explain. I had all these rails here. I had the wobble wire. I had two pieces of wobble wire up there that I left over here, and I don't know what happened to that, which is par for the course. I know I set two up here. Oh man, oh there it is. I found it. I got to cut this off. What I did is ordered a bunch of plastic 8 foot wide. It came in about 8 or 9 foot wide. I don't know what it is. And I decided to put the wobble wire, put the track up here, and put the plastic over there because I just don't have room in buildings for this stuff anymore. But when I first did the first one over here, okay, I put the wobble wire starting in the center, and usually it stretches out beyond the end. But I'm shy on this end and shy on this end. So what I did, which I found was even easier or better than that, was I put a little bit of, I cut little short pieces because you can double up on that wobble wire, and then hopefully it'll go in a little bit better. So now I got to cut, I don't know where I'm watching, I probably wasn't doing, but you can see how the wind goes through there. I don't think I'll have any problem with condensate. That one I don't have. I'm going to put the end pieces in this one. I've cut them and move that around. So I figured I'd show you guys me doing this. Except for I forgot my scissors and I got to cut this off. But I had a long piece made. Actually, I got two of them. And I'm just putting it on the size because well, I'll take you over there because I got to go get some scissors. We'll go over there. I hope the wind isn't kicking you too hard. Well, I have these other crates over here, and so this one here holds 0.86 of a cord, but now I didn't notice this one's got a support on it there. These aren't the crates that I prefer, but they still work. This one here is an old crate. It probably holds about the same amount, somewhere right around there, but I can put that rail down that one. This one here's got the support. I might have to put a little stub piece on there on each side. It doesn't make any difference, but then I can keep them out and they get a lot of air going through them. Here comes the wind. But I was having a hard time getting the plastic on down there because it's windy, and as you guys notice, it's a out of tune one-man band. So I'm going to cut that off, save the other piece of plastic for those two over there. This plastic actually turns out to be cheaper than those blue tarps, and it'll last for years and years and years. And what I'm planning on doing when I want to take it off, because these to me are kind of dangerous sticking out. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you there. I wouldn't feed you a bunch of nonsense, you know that. But what I take that screw out because I just have two screws holding it in. It's just kind of a experimental way to do it, but I think that I can just take that hex screw or whatever it is, torque screw out of there on 4 of them out, and then just roll it up and keep this tarp for this one and on down the road. But they're going to sit out in the middle of the field, so those things hanging out the end won't affect anything. And I didn't want to cut them off because that would make the tarp be too short. That would make it back in here, and I guess 1.5 feet sticking out or whatever. I don't know. It's to each his own, I guess. Now we're just gonna zip this across. Put the wobble wire on. Now I'm gonna put the wobble wire. I wish that screw was in there. That screw probably, I meant to bang that in. Damn, I wonder if I can. I need to get a hammer and bang that in. I didn't put a bolt on the other side of that, if you remember before. Of course, I don't have a hammer. Watch out for these dogs. These dogs will bite you. Man, dog worked good, didn't it? Hey! All right. Now, if this goes according to plan, got to make sure you're in there. I'll bring you up a little closer to see that wobble wire go in. It goes in pretty nifty. This one here happens to be painted, and theoretically This is supposed to be the center, which I think it is, but that might have been where I screwed up. Nah, it seems to be the center. I think this is the center here. So you just kind of put it in and go down the line that quick, and it ain't going to come out. I can tell you that right now. And like I said, down here you can double it up. It ain't going to make any difference. That's how quick that stuff goes on, guys. And the weakest point is going to be those screws. So this is what they hold the tops on greenhouses with. And if this pulls off, I can put more screws in it. I just didn't feel like putting a million screws in it. Or I guess you're not down here anymore. Boy, it would sure be nice to have a camera person, wouldn't it? What's a camera person? Old legs are wound up on everything here. This one here I didn't put in far enough, so we'll start there. We'll finish this one off. And it comes out just about as quick as it goes on. Now we'll go do the other side. If I can find a piece on the ground, it blends into the ground. Unbelievable. Oh lordy, it's all the way down there. So we'll find about the center again. I don't know if that's zoomed in or not. Nope. Find about the center, which seems to be the gray one. This looks to be about the center here, which is, you got to drill holes in this. Uh-oh. Guess I better go this way. This plastic should last for, the plastic that's been on my greenhouse has been on there for about 6 years right now. It's starting to die, and you know, I cover that wood over there with a plastic, and that's starting to deteriorate. But that's, I don't know, that might be 8 years old. If you've ever seen that, we'll take you over to that when I'm done here, and show you that a little closer, because you might be new here and never seen that. Now we'll finish putting the wooble wire on it down this side. I'm going to take the ones off on that one and put the end piece on it, I think. Oh, I left them in the back of the Kubota. There, that's, now sometimes these, I should put a little piece of cloth in here. I don't know if you can see it or not. See where this wood is? It's kind of sharp, and that doesn't do it any good. So if I get an old rag and put in there to take off of the thing. And this also, some of those sharp pieces of wood it doesn't like, where this one here, I guess you can see maybe from this, I'm holding the camera up, that there's a piece of wood up there. I am going to, well, we'll run you over there and show you this other piece so you can be shaky. This is how I dry wood, or this was all cut last year, and this will be for next year, or the fall of this year. And it's in wood crates, and you can see generally through it, but this acts as like a big solar kiln, and the wobble wire down here holds this in like you wouldn't believe. It looks like I've got a couple water bellies in here, which the water bellies hold the tarp down. But down here, see where it's finally starting to give up. But this has been through heck, really been through it. It's blowed so hard that it's bent that metal there. Here's a couple places that have given up the ghost, but I think it's because this is a telephone pole, and that chemical off the telephone pole might have gone on there, because you can see where it's discolored. It might have had a reaction to it. But this wood gets in here, it cooks like a kiln in there. And you ever get the you can't see it. I used to keep an airway through there, but it got too many water bellies in between. But you ever go up into an old attic and smell that old super dry wood? Well, that's what that wood smells like in there. And it gets drier than a popcorn fart, as they say. So here's those little pieces. I should need, I'll take 4 of them over there and try to redo that one. Try to make it a little bit better than it is, because I don't like it the way it is. And I don't think that's going to restrict. The one thing I want to watch is see if there's condensate gets in the top. But see the way it blows up? I just don't think it's going to get a whole lot of condensate there, guys. I think I'll do this side first, because this side, yeah, this side's going to be easy side because I put it in the middle. See, I put it in the middle and it left a little bit of edge right here on both ends. So I'm going to take that out of here. I'll have to put that's a little bit too tight for it. But the plastic will stretch a little bit and it'll probably be all right. It's just an experiment. You know, your wood yard, or whatever you want to call it, is a ever evolving thing. I can't get you up. I can't see whether you're there or not. Yeah, you're there. Your wood yard is a ever evolving work of art, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'll pull a little bit tighter. That's all it takes to put that stuff in. It's quick. It is quick. Now I'm going to go to the other side. Oh, I got to remember to take these. I'll take the oh, see, I think it's a little dangerous having those things stick out. This one, that one there is at head height, so it's going to clip you in the head. Let's see how hard it is to get this out of here. I should actually, because it's windy, I should actually put a piece up there, but I don't feel like it. We're going to start at this end because this end is out a little bit. Of course, you probably aren't in the daggone camera or in the hardest thing is catching. Let me see if I can get this up a little higher. That's a little bit better. It's hard getting the first. I didn't have a screwdriver to get under there. That stuff is tough. It's stainless steel. I had to cut it with a whiz wheel to make those 4 pieces. But you go like that, you can yank it a little bit and it'll come out pretty quick. Pretty slick, huh, guys? All right, now we'll pull it tight. That looks like about the same amount hanging over that side as this side. Put a piece in here. Then we'll get that other piece which I already lost. There it is. Oh, Lordy. You guys wait till you get old playing with firewood. It ain't so fun after you've been doing it for too many years. We'll pull that snug like that. We'll call that good. Put that up in there. All right. Now you know why I like that stuff. Isn't it fast and easy? Now, find the gray one here. Find the center, which is about here. Make sure that you guys are still in the VTO. Yeah, I'll get you in real close. Let's see. I got to see my fingers so I can see where I'm at. There. People that got greenhouses know about this stuff. I get it from a place called Tech Supply. I don't know how much it costs. Like I said, the plastic here is about the same. The plastic is about, I think it's cheaper than those blue tarps. And it'll last for years because it's made to be out in the sun. Like I said, it's 6 mil. If you're curious what the mil rating on it is. Got to see where my hand is. And I'm kind of curious to see how this works. It's got a lot of, I'm interested to see if it gets any condensate on the top. And well, I guess it ain't gonna get condensate on the bottom. This rack here, you saw me split it a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But you saw me split it because I remember saying how much it is. This is 0.86 of a cord. And when I came into it with a bobcat, I couldn't pick it up. I could slide it, so I slid it out of the way. And in 2 weeks, it's already got to where I can pick it up now and move it. So that's a good thing. Now, one thing I just noticed might be a headache. I might not be able to get the bobcat in here. I think it sticks out far enough that this will be out of the way. I'm gonna find out soon, I can tell you that, because it's in the way there. So now, what kind of time we got left? Oh, we're only 15 minutes. Everybody likes long movies. I guess I'll roll this around and you can watch me start loading up another load. I think I'll come into this spot right here and see what I can get here on. You're kind of crooked, aren't you? Bring the bobcat over. I didn't bring my pickaroon, my pole pickaroon. So I'll throw some of these in there. Make it go out to 30 minutes so you haven't wasted your time. If I had my pole pickaroon, it only takes me about 10 minutes to load one of these. I'll bring the Fisker's one over, and maybe that'll work. It's not the one I use for it normally. Come over and take a peek. Now, this is woodwork or wood, I don't know, whatever you call it. This isn't the way normal people do it. Of course, I'm not normal. We know that. Was it in there? Yeah, you cut them. I keep my cutting pile over here. Okay. Now, if you have a wood splitter, what most people do is they pull their wood splitter up to the right here to the side of it. Okay, but after they get the first few out of it, okay, then they're starting to walk further, walk further, walk further, walk further, walk further. And they're either got to move their wood splitter closer, or they're taking up time, 2 or 3 steps, 2 or 3 steps, and those 2 or 3 steps add up. I can push it up, get just about a bucket there, and yeah, you still got to pick it up, and you still got a few steps, but nowhere near what a lot of people do. Then a lot of these here, if you watch a lot of people, they're using their log lift as a table. So why not just get a table? A lot of the log lifts, they can redo those log lifts. I'm gonna be chatting. What time is it now? I gotta see what time it says on here. That's not the normal pike that I use for that. 18. So I should be done in about 10 minutes. Some of these aren't as big as others. I like the bigger ones at the bottom, but that just didn't work out on this one. Here's a good size one. And then the ones that aren't so bad, you can pick up and put up at the top. You know, that's not too bad, even for a old goat like me. Most of the time, though, I'll just slide them in there. These aren't real hateful size. That one's a piece of junk. That'll go in the hunks and chunks pile. I might throw it up there. That thing's such a piece of junk. It's got knots in it everywhere. This one here is actually too short. Who cut this thing? That measuring stick must have shrunk on that one. That one's sitting there running 2 inches too. Must have just cut it bad. Daggone guy that cuts these ain't worth a darn, is he? But anyhow, I don't have. How far am I traveling? You know, I'm not traveling anywhere. Get them all loaded in one shot. Then you're not walking around doing the wood splitter merry-go-round. You know, you watch everybody do the wood splitter merry-go-round, and it'll wear you out. Like I said, normally I just pickaroon these in, but they're not that bad. fact, this one here, I think I can, oh lordy. Yeah, I got it up there. They got a little bit of weight to them. I don't know what they weigh. I think that one there was probably about 300 or 400 pounds. I'll feed you some stuff. They were the dead trees that you saw me pull out, I don't know how long ago. This one might be 600 pounds. Yeah, that's a ticket, 600 pounds. Here's a bigger one. I should have put the bigger ones in first. Yeah, this one here is 800 pounds. I'll be picking up probably 1.5 million pounds, maybe more. This one here is only about 400. That ain't too bad. Oh, here's one with a knot in it. That ought to be a fun split. Those are a little bit big. Need some smeller ones. This one doesn't look too bad. That's why I don't use a pickaroon to pick up my logs. Pick up my logs most of the time. That's all big stuff. Bigger than the old man wants to pick up. There's some up there I can get. Those are probably over 1,000 pounds. Yeah, that's the ticket. Most of the time, you can just roll them in like that. These aren't too bad. Don't know about that one. Whoa! We're gonna find out about it in about a minute. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than I like on that top row, but I don't have any small ones here. That's got a pretty healthy stack of wood there. But if you have a pickaroon and you hit those little ones and put them up on there, when it comes time to pick up a big one, your back hadn't done the exercise and maintained its high level of shouldn't do. I can use a little itty bitty one there, but I ain't got one. Yeah, here's something. We'll just put that up there and finish it off. There, that's pretty good. So it took me what? I forget, I think I started at 18. It's a 23. It took what, 5-6 minutes to load up a bucket of wood? That's a lot of wood. And it's gonna stay there till after I eat dinner. And then I'm gonna come out and do the day after tomorrow's movie on that. So I'm gonna do one more thing of splitting tonight, that load. It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do. Get yourself a pickaroon. These things will roll right along, roll pretty good. This is a Fiskars. Seems to work good, but I kind of recommend sharpening them. They don't do too much until you sharpen them. Another thing that this over here does is this keeps all the cutting mess. You can see all the cutting mess. There's probably 6 inches of sawdust and stuff there. If you do cut one that's on the ground, which I don't try to do that, but every now and then it happens. If you hit the ground, you're just hitting sawdust. You're not going to take your blade out. And you saw how I push them up. 5 minutes to load a bucket. You watch these guys that do the wood splitter merry-go-round, guys, and they're just working themselves to death, walking around. They're lifting it up. A lot of the logs lifts have a tail at the end. Not only they got to lift it up to get it onto the plate, they got to lift it up over that tail. So, you know, I'm not opposed to a log lift if that's anything you got, if that's all you have, and if it works with you. I think that's a good program. But my gosh, this is a heck of a lot easier and a heck of a lot faster. Once I start splitting, it's just one log after another coming down, and that's stacked up probably, well, the bottoms are 18 inches. 18, that might be 4 foot tall there. So I can split that pretty fast. You're not walking around, you're not using the log lift. If you got a load, oh, that's an old snow blade, lightweight snow blade that I picked up used. Don't you like that pretty green? I guess everybody was afraid to bid on it because I only paid like $3.50 for it. And it works really good. You don't want to do this with buckets because the logs won't slide off not with buckets, with teeth, because the logs will get stuck on the teeth. There's another bucket down there. That one down there is bigger than this one. Can't see where I'm looking at. Right there. That one's bigger than this bucket, but it's got to be cut up and changed around. That one didn't cost me nothing. It was a giveaway. You can take it if you think you can fix it. So they're out there. You got to scrounge around a little bit, but that one big one didn't go too bad. There's a couple others in there like that. A lot of times I'll quarter these. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen the other splitter. We'll walk over there. I quarter those, but the problem when you quarter them is they don't roll as easy, so it's harder to get them onto the bucket. You gotta work them a little bit harder. This is the splitter I use for splitting down the big ones into manageable pieces. We used to get a lot of 4 foot, 5 foot diameter stuff, and if you're interested in seeing this thing run, it's in some past videos. There's a lot of good past videos. I know they're good because I made them, naturally. I mean, we know that. And anyhow, you know, if you wanted to see that thing being run, you can go check that out. So that's going to be it for this one. We're up to 26 minutes. That's playing long enough for 2 reasons. Biggest reasons because dinner's probably just about ready. I know that because I know where the freezer is and how to get it out. I also know how to work the microwave. I'm not as dumb as I look. Well, I hope I'm not. Anyway, that's it for this show. I'm glad you stopped by. You saw some plastic going up on the tarps over there. You saw how fast it really lifts. You can load that. You saw the other wood splitter. You see my big mess. Well, I'm a big mess. Anyhow, that's it for this one. I'm glad you stopped by. If you're new here, hit the like button and the subscribe button, but I don't know if that always works because I'm subscribed to a lot of people that I don't get notifications on. So make sure that you're still subscribed. So that's it for this one. Over and out. See you later. Bye.